Hey everybody, welcome back to Empty the Cup and Billy XP play Super Auto Pets. It's maybe let me see. Okay, 2-3 is always good. 1-4 is pretty good. Are we really just building a team to hopefully get 2 wins early? I guess that's what we're doing. Maybe the dry fries. I didn't name them, but you know where they're from. Let's just say if you named a restaurant the opposite of what their actual name is, they would be called Out and In. I'm not gonna get, because I know this is a debate that people get into, and for me, for my taste, it's neither here nor there. But I will just, I'm not gonna argue about the merits of it. All I'm gonna say, American fast food chains that belong in this conversation. Holy cow, that's a strong team early on. What did I do to deserve this? In-N-Out, great burger. Very, very disappointing fries. I would not even call them mid. I would go a step further and suggest that they're outwardly disappointing. I don't see the wasp doing it, man. Even with the buff from coming from the beetle. Let's see what this does at least. Okay, fine. I actually, in this case, I think we should roll. Due to the way that the order works out, I think we should roll, buff, so that this moth gets spat out with even more HP. And then we'll buy both, well, we'll probably combine the moths next turn. Or not the moths, the wasps, sorry. Anyway. Because you're like, hey, get back to the fast food stuff. Okay, okay. In-N-Out, great burger, fries, I don't really care for. Say, buy me, buy me. My American Vice, and we're going to lose this round too, so just be ready for that, is certainly Shake Shack. To me, there's nothing crazy going on with the Shack burger. It's merely like a very good fast food hamburger, which is where my tastes lie. The fries are just tasty fries. And the drink, I usually get like a soda or something anyway, so I'm not qualified to say. All right, this squad is horrendous. So I'm a Shake Shack stan through and through. I'm not going to say till the day I die, because one day they might get sold to a private equity company that says we love the Shake Shack brand and how much people worldwide resonate with it in our key demographics. And then a recession hits, and even though their business is fine, they just decide if everybody else is cutting 7% of employees, we might as well cut them as well. And then also, why are we spending so much money on real cheese when we could be using fake cheese? And before you know it, it's possible that the Shake Shack of the 2030s is not the Shake Shack that we know and love today. So I'm not suggesting that that is going to happen. I'm merely suggesting that if you assume that it couldn't happen, then I think you're less protected if it does. Not going to get it tattooed on my body or anything like that. I'm just... And the other thing is, my tastes may even change. Let's ignore the fact that the restaurant itself may change, but my taste may change as well. Why am I talking about this instead of what's going on the screen? Well, I can't stomach losing to Billy XD and Empty the Cup. I mean, we beat them now and then too, don't get me wrong, but like it's just, it's so obnoxious. Okay, I'm actually going to go back to this right here. And you know what? I'm also going to give you one of these. Just in case. It's tough. And it's not like... it's just more frustrating because maybe this is what it's like. Maybe there aren't any people left playing the game. Or maybe they're all on the test build right now, except for the 4 of us or whatever. I find that hard to believe, because I don't think that many people know that the hard mode just came out on the test build, but I could be wrong. Okay, I'm actually going to plop you down here. This could be the end of our run, which is sad in and of itself, but... it's more like, imagine you were playing like a fighting game. It was an online multiplayer game, okay? And every game that you played, you just got beaten up by like the same Ryu over and over. How long would you let yourself play it before you said, I'm moving on to something else? Because for skill-based matchmaking to work, there needs to be enough people in the pool to filter you to a point where you win 50% of the time and have the illusion that getting better will make your experience better. That was just a hideous performance. One of these. I might level up next turn. Why move them around? Like, think critically for a second. Be a delicious pearl. But just that, even though it hasn't changed anything, fundamentally, just the idea that you're losing to the same people over and over is more frustrating, I think, than losing to a crop of random players, even if your results were equal. I don't know what it is about, whether it's me or whether it's the human brain, but that's how I feel. I am accepting, or that's how it feels right now. I'm accepting that we're going to probably lose this round and get our HP refunded. I'll take my level next time in the hopes that it gives us a unit that we consider a little bit more valuable, and maybe then something positive can come out of this. Stats me. I think we know we love a bat, and I think we know that at some point a sheep can actually do something for us. So let's build into a big sheep for now. And then none of that is any good. None of this is any good. A hedgehog with a sheep has a certain je ne sais quoi. I recognize putting those low HP units at the back seems a little silly. But I'm a silly guy sometimes. Maybe more than sometimes. Hang on. Plus, we won, which means, of course, if you win, you obviously didn't make any mistakes. I'm going to say take this for now, because it's available. I'm also going to say take this for now, and we'll take a level up on our bird next time. But I will also say that we may level up the bird and then sell the bird as well. I have not yet decided. Okay, your whole squad is still alive. Oh, okay, we draw. I actually thought we were going to win that. It depended on how the weakness shook out, I guess, but... Tier 3s get buffed. We don't have tier 3s. We have a tier 4. We would probably sell... Well, we'd sell the moth first, I think. Keep the skunk. Skunk is a tier 4. We have one tier 3. I would roll past. Would take another sheep. I think in this on this weekly, you almost have no choice if you get the opportunity to get a level 3, even though it's still a bit of a stretch. You sort of gotta take it. Just because an early bison is a recipe for getting a little dopamine back from those that have stolen it from you. For now, we'd take these two, take this here, because we'd rather have the bat level up next turn when it could give us a tier 6. This squad is about to fall off, though. Like, it's not... we're doing well when other squads have basically nothing to compare it to, or nothing to beat it with, I guess I should say. But that will not last forever. We're going to draw this one. We still have 5 life, but we only have 2 trophies. We need to engage the pivot now, if possible. Leveled up, get a zebra. It's tough because there's like nothing we can sell to make the zebra fit. Like the only thing we could really sell would be the skunk, but the skunk is doing some stuff for us. At this stage, oh, I tried to put a puppy on top of a hedgehog. The pineapple leaves all of our units alive, but possibly kills more of our opponents. Okay, their team is too good. This is why I said the pivot was important, okay? Wait a minute, is it too good? It's not too good, but it will be too good next round. For now, we're chilling, though. No. We need more. It's almost like too late for the bison. In that case, what am I doing? Just rolling? Yeah, just rolling. Okay, let's see. I also think it's like a little late for the buffalo. Okay, Tomo, you want to get out? Here you go, buddy. If you want to leave my office, just go ahead now. And if you would like to run for office, that's what it does. I guess there's not that many words that rhyme with office. That's why it's so hard to write a song about TV's enduring most favorite comedy. You ever think about how stupid we are as a species? That if a song doesn't rhyme well, it doesn't sound right in our brains? Or if somebody rhymes a half rhyme, or if they rhyme the same word with the same word, our initial response is bad song. Strange to think about. Dude, listen, I think I have to go with the bison. I know I said I think it might be too late, but that was before it showed up. And in this case, we have to take the hedgehog away. We have to leverage our existing HP. The man's lost his mind. We have to leverage our place the crocodile. We have to leverage our existing HP to get this bison leveled up as fast as possible. Or I guess alternatively, to get like a summon build going, because there was an eagle and now there's a turkey as well. But I mean, we're taking the path of least resistance. I don't know. Again, 10 seems like a bit of a stretch. And the pivot that we just made, I think it will kind of ruin our whole squad. For temporarily. Like a draw seems beautiful. I don't even want to talk about the fact that if I just move the sheep back, we probably get a win there. That's one you'd like to have back. But we buy. We're not getting rid of our bat. It's really hard to get rid of a sheep though, man. Well, if we're not, you know what we can do? Don't get rid of the bird. Get rid of the sheep. Except that this round is probably going to be horrible. Buy me. Place me. Okay, place me. This round, we're probably going to lose. We have no HP on the squad. But what are we going to do? We're going to level up the bat so it's level 3. Use that to give us the ability to sell our bird. Plus, the bat is just good by itself. But I think we got some bad rounds coming our way. But we have the amount of life where we can possibly, not guaranteed, but possibly lean into that. And come out the other side okay. We also know that if you want to be a total scumbag, you just put a snake here, and then we would move you up to the front. Now we need a lemon. A melon for a bit, maybe, would be fine, but I think we need a melon or a lemon overall in order to enable the snake to attack more. Okay, killing the bird of paradise, not quite good enough. I think just in general, not quite good enough. Probably something that you could say about where we're at as a team here. But now we still have 2 life, and I actually don't hate our positioning. This, you're going to get sold. Am I selling you for 2 eagles? It seems possibly workable to me. Would have loved to have seen some chocolate there, or hear me out. Anything even moderately useful. Why don't you come out here with one of these? Please, please. We know the snake's going to get to attack at least 2 times. We know 3 enemies are going to have weakness. No, he's not going to get to attack because we got the weakness on ourselves. And this one, like, it hurts the most. Because we actually, like, killed one of their most important units and they still ran over us. Okay, I'm sorry. I think we got to dump the crocodile and do some seriously desperate plays here. Level 2 eagle. I don't see that. Well, you know what? Because there's 2 saber-tooths, I'm gonna give it a try. Just because we're on lethal with 3 wins, we gotta throw something at the board. Oh my God, they have 36 HP on a unit with the melon armor. We're toast. Or wait, or are we? Or are we? We are. Son of a. Okay, hold on. I got some messages coming in here. Just need to make sure it's nothing urgent. It's okay. It's Binding of Isaac related stuff. It's definitely fair to say we're playing a little bit on tilt this week. You see that? You see my mouse pointer's got a little circle on it? You mind in Bitcoins? Come on. We're due to break the mold here a little bit. Let's be an edible mammal. I'm not saying we need 10 to be happy. Even like 6 on a weekly like this would hit the spot. Somehow heartache feels good in a place like this. Now that one's my bad. We should have anti-moth protection. You know what I think it is? I think I just hate almost every animal in the first 2 tiers. And that's what's led me to this sorry fate. Where, like, I feel like I'm starting off on the wrong foot all the time, even though I'm trying both of my feet. And it's setting me off on a bad path. You know, if a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step in the wrong direction, you're hosed, brother. Now we're going to level you. Maybe we don't care to level anybody else because these units are not expected to be that transformative for us. Maybe we're incredibly stoked that we have an early clownfish. And would we really care about a mouse getting leveled up? No, not in that case, I suppose. But honestly, I feel like, well, we could level you up, have you have good stats, and then sell you for apples later anyway. It's a reasonable point. Truly. Insubordinate and churlish. The other thing that's been destroying us early is, like, front badger. So what if you ran, like, your strongest units in position 4 and position 5 instead? What if we tried to get a little bit metagamey here? It could. I don't expect it to change things too much, but I do know I'm imagining that we're all playing against the same teams every single time anyway, so other people are going to adjust. As they adjust, I should adjust too. Anyway, this is going very poorly so far. You're now an incredibly strong unit. You can go. You can come out here. This seems right. Blobfish has a certain temptation, a certain, what the French call a certain, I don't know what. I'm going to sell. And if we're going to keep the blobfish, let's go a little wacky with it. Let's give the blobfish some extra HP and have the moth attack into it. Run the skunk position 2 in case we run into front badger. Hold on, now we're thinking. Now we're thinking. That went so much better than I would have thought from one simple adjustment. I can't believe that one simple adjustment changed everything and had absolutely nothing to do with variance whatsoever. You're at tier 3, you're at tier 4, you're at tier 1. It would be nice to add another tier 3, like sell you. Honestly, there's a part of me that, but then you don't really get to, I gotta think about it. Maybe something like this frees me. I'll move the kangaroo later. I just gotta figure out for now where it's actually going. Lettuce? None lettuce, left beef. Okay, one of those. Probably say that that's how it should look for now. Exclusively to try to avoid front badgers, which literally affected me like one time. Maybe not one time, but not much more than one time. Hold on. Wait a minute. My strange placement has led me to a draw. I'll take it. A draw this week is like a win any other week. Somebody needs a cucumber. Why don't you take a cucumber for now? That way the kangaroo, in theory, gets better. Why don't you take one of these if you're going to be sticking around? And why don't you take one of these just to maximize our chances of turning a draw into a win or a loss into a draw, maybe? Armadillo's a little unusual. You don't see too many armadillos in the weekly this week. They've fallen out of fashion. 3 wins. So a new personal best with 3 wins. Crow is obviously important. It's probably fair to dump the kangaroo. You can imagine how useful a level 3 blobfish would be early. Or a clownfish, I should say. Ooh, and you as well. It's you. Now we need to... Chocolate shows up next round. Level 3 clownfish, in theory, with a bison backing it up. It's not an early bison, but I would hesitate to call it a late bison. Just don't call it late for supper. My God, the bee actually, it justified its existence. I'm flabbergasted. This is very important. We need this. Buy, sell, buff, and then straight up, I would say you get out of here in order to get you out here as soon as possible. And then we just need one other unit to round out the squad. And it could be a crocodile. It is tempting to run the most scumbag team of all time, isn't it? Like freeze a lemon, buy a buffalo, just start doing buy sells. There is a temptation there. I don't know if we got the gold to make it happen. But you can tell it's the classic example of hurt people. Having suffered at the hands of the meta this week, now I want to use the meta to make others suffer. I'm sorry. It's the way of the world. Why don't you take one of these? Well, you're going to be 8. For now, the buffalo's going to scale faster. I would stand by it. And we'll just, oh, I don't have enough gold. I was going to do buy sell. I don't have enough gold. I only have 2 gold. What was I thinking? One of these. One of these. Possibly one of these as well. Possibly one of these. Probably don't have to worry about front badgers so much anymore. Round 10, we got a big lad with a lemon. The rest of the squad pretty much straight up garbage. We're going to be on 1 life. I sold my soul and this is where it got me. I feel like Brendan Fraser in Bedazzled, for real. Got one of these. Level with a big clownfish buff. Okay, now you're starting to look a little spooky. Why don't you level and take a nice buff as well? And then honestly, there's a part of me that just says, you can make something happen with the gorilla here. I don't know what the heck we're going to do about buying and selling. Maybe we're just embracing the fact that unless we get like chocolate or a bison on the next turn, then the bison is probably not going to do it for us. The bison is less valuable than what we got going on in the form of our buffalo. Huge coconut, dude. Huge. Bro, the coconut is huge. Did you see that? Enormous. I still almost lost on that one. I almost turned away. I thought it was so, like, I thought it was so free. Forget the bison. We're selling you for buy sells. I know, I can't believe it either. Nobody's more stunned than me, let me tell you. It's a bit of an atypical squad here, but I put my faith in the lemon, man. 3 lemons has got to be very annoying to deal with. Okay, you did not do what I needed you to do. Maybe it's not fair that I needed you to do more than 1 for 1, but at least we drew. I thought actually we had lost that for certain. One of these. Right now, it's all about the gorilla getting strong enough that it can at least use 1. Does this work? We get a refund of this? It can at least use 1 coconut armor. It does work. What a scam. That's also incredible. Maybe we could go sauropod on this, but then how are we going to buy friends to make our buffalo work? I don't know. Good question. we have to get a match, I suppose. Did it really freeze bacon in the shop at this stage in my life? This seems absolutely horrendous for us. You're just lucky, T. Brantle, that this is like the first time I've seen your name in this game. Because if I got beaten by Empty the Cup with this squad, I'd be livid! Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I got 5 wins. I'm not sweating it. I'll see you next time. See ya.